Ole'Pops here. It's been a pretty long day. Me and Miss Jilly Darlin got up this morning and got ready to go out. She had a doctor's appointment early this morning. Just check up. They had to check her vitals and all, you know, routine stuff that women's have done. Mammogram and pap smear. Of course, she don't drive much. Okay, she don't drive at all. So I had to take her. It's cold and raining. So I got to go in. Talk with her doctor. Of course, with the medication she's on, the doctor wants to talk to me some too, but and Amanda and the Donepezil sort of helps her with her memory, and the doctor, he kind of wants somebody there to speak on it. Anyway, her blood pressure and her pulse and her sugar come back looking good. I'm smoking on a Rossi. And a little bit of Hartland Home caramel apple. Drink a little water. It's water. They sent her up to the second floor to have her mammogram done. Then they sent her back downstairs, back to the room she was in before, and the doctor come back in and he said, okay, let's look at the part that gets all you pretty little girls in trouble now. She starts taking her clothes off. I looked over at her and I said, no, honey, just stick your tongue out and say, ah. She reached over and slapped me. I stepped out and let them close the curtain and do her mammogram, or her pap smear. And as we was leaving, she stepped up on the scales. I read a Johns Hopkins report while I was there that says the studies show that women who carry around a little extra weight live longer than men who mention it. I learned quick today that you never ever put both feet in your mouth at the same time, because you never have a clear place to fall. When you hit your butt, you got no legs to stand on. Then it come time to pay another one in blasted doctor bills. Mm-mm-mm. Them things leave you so broke you can't even pay attention. They couldn't have robbed us for practice. It's Christmas time, y'all. And all the hype and hoopla, bells and whistles and lights and stuff. We left the doctor's office and went driving down the street and thought we'd stop and get us some lunch, but didn't have the money left. But there was all the Christmas panhandlers standing on the sides of the road with their little signs. It says, anything helps. We'll work for food. But you offer them a tin can. They don't want it. They want your money. Bless her heart. She's got such a tender heart. She wanted me to give somebody a $5 bill. I got to thinking. You give somebody a $5 bill that you never have to see again in your life. It's probably worth it. You know, Jesus said, love thy neighbor as thyself. Buddha says there is no self. What I want to know is, if there is no self, whose arthritis is it that I have in this hand right here? You know, old Pops looked on Buddhism when I was a younger man. I did. Zen isn't easy. It isn't. It takes a lot of effort to find nirvana, to attain nothingness. And then what do you got? Then we got to the house. My son calls me from Australia. He and his girl, they've set the date. They are getting married. He wanted to have that talk. That marriage talk. Not the birds and the bees talk. I mean, come on. He's 36 years old. He's had the bird and the bees talk. And he didn't have it with me. He wanted to have the marriage talk. Now, old Pop's been married 3 times. Well, I got it figured. If at first you don't succeed, maybe bungee jumping and skydiving, it's not your bag. You know what I'm saying? But I found Jilly Darlin eventually, and I got lucky. She's a good wife. She is a good wife. She has been. Well, I got it figured. Adam and Eve had the perfect marriage. he didn't have to listen about all the men that she'd rather have. And she didn't have to hear about how good his mama's cooking was. Well, I told him marriage was a commitment. But so is insanity. I'm not trying to be discouraging to you now, son. I told him, I'm not trying to discourage you. Find you a good wife. Go on and get married. Now, I'm all for marriage. I'm all for it. Find you a good wife. And be happy. Either that or find you a bad one and be a philosopher. You know, the choice is yours. — 8,000 miles away in Australia. I mean, why is he calling me? How can I help? He bought him his first truck over in Australia. Sent me a picture of it. Some little Mitsubishi Triton. It's got a flat bed. They call it a ute over there. A ute. Anyway, I told him, I said, son, there's 2 secrets to a happy marriage. There's 2 things old Pops can tell you. 2 secrets to a happy marriage. When you're wrong, admit it. And when you're right, shut up. I'm old Pops.